Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Ed, just regular old Ed, doing my wrap-up of the Secret Spirits calendar. And I said I would do one of these. It took me like a week to finally get to finally sit down and do it. You know, the holidays happened. But I'm here now. I'm doing my wrap-up. So let's get into it. Let's review the box now that we've seen everything in it. So first of all, let me give you my top 5 whiskeys from the Advent calendar. Number 5. This one was contentious. There was a lot that came up for it. And so I guess the honorable mentions then are Kalila 9, or what else? Craigellachie 13. So that was another one. And Tollymore Archivist. Those 3 came very close, but didn't quite break the top 5. Our top 5 was actually Breath of Speyside. Now, I kind of forgot about this one for a little while, but this one was really, really good. It turned out to be a Glenfarclas, cask strength Glenfarclas, which was pretty cool. I really dug it. I love the big sherry flavor, and Glenfarclas makes good stuff, so that's not too surprising. Number 4 was Inkmurin 21. This one, more so than the Glen Grant, which was the last day, which was the 30th, more so than that one, I got a lot of those really old notes. Tobacco, leather, musty stuff. It was great. Love that one. Number 3 was Williamson Lafroig 13. I love Pete. Nothing wrong with Little Pete. Number 2, North British 30. Yeah, this one, man, I gotta say, I like grain whiskey. When grain whiskey is done well, it's awesome. I adore it. This one was fantastic for me. I mean, yes, it's a lighter expression. It's not quite as heavy as a malt, but great stuff. Great stuff. And then finally, number 1, the whiskey that I said I love more than my children, if they existed, Auchendrarum Peat. Oh man, this one is so good. This is great. Southern cask, Glenglassaugh, with a bunch of peat in it. I mean, this was an explosion of flavor. Loved it to death. I guess the one thing I do have to talk about is, if these are my top 5, what didn't I like? I gotta say, there really wasn't a bad one in the bunch. There wasn't anything that was horrible. I think the main thing was that there were some that were just more boring than others. None of them was undrinkable. None of them were like just made me want to spit them out. I've drank a lot of bad whiskey in my time. None of these comes close. So I think the only ones, I don't know, Glenmoray, not that interesting. Not that great. Same with the Weems. Weems Wooden Chest was okay. And Weems Vanilla Burst, very okay. Now, I know some people have been a little worried about the, what do you call it, like the diversity in here. And I'm going to put up a little graphic right here, because I have the numbers. So, 9 of these whiskeys were from Speyside. Then Highland, we had 5. So that makes total for Highland, since Speyside is a sub-region of the Highlands. Total was 14. 9 and 5, so that is the majority of the box was Highland. Then Islay was 3. Island, it came out as 1. Lowlands 1, and then there were 6 that had no region listed. So yes, the majority were Highland, with most of those being Speysides. If you're not into Speyside, that's understandable. Like, I think if you really love one specific distillery and you want one specific region, if that's all you're into and you know that's what you're into, go buy that. Like, yeah, this is $400. You could take $400 and buy a whole bunch of Lafroig or Highland Park or whatever you want. But if you're looking for something with a whole bunch of different whiskeys, that's where you get an Advent calendar. Now, whether or not you think that there was enough diversity in this one, like, yeah, we only had the one island, the one lowland. Was that enough diversity? For me, I think so. because some of those Highlands, like Auchendrarum Peat, that's a Highland. Crazy good. Really loved it. That was awesome. I also love Breath of Speyside. So just because they're from Speyside or the Highlands didn't make them bad. Do I think there are other calendars with more diversity? Sure. There are other calendars where you can get whiskeys from around the world. If that's what you're into, go do that. Yeah, so this is pretty expensive. Not the most diverse overall, but with a lot of good stuff anyway. Overall, did I get my money's worth? Yes. This was a lot of fun to drink. This was a lot of fun to do these videos. That's my thoughts on Secret Spirits Advent Calendar. Until next time, you guys stay rotten.